math major. You guys heard that? So we all like movies, right? I mean, who doesn't like a good movie? You know, Die Hard or something like that. So although all movies have in common is acting, and acting could be a small role, like maybe somebody just giving coffee. But acting is more than just the movies. It branches out. What I'm trying to go through is that movies is not only the type of acting or stuff that's considered acting. Theater has acting, and it's way more difficult than what it seems. So my cultural artifact is the theater masks. How many you guys have seen these, right? Like around wherever, Shakespeare and all that stuff. So these theater masks represent comedy and tragedy. They come from the Greek culture. They use them to hide emotion. Like they use these to be emotion, like happiness or sadness. The happiness would be comedy. The sad one would be tragedy. So theater is more than just acting or being over dramatic. People get together. They feel as a family. I know there's other things that make you feel like at home, but for me, theater, I felt so at home when I was in theater because you get to connect with people that you don't really think you would ever connect. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make you guys have a deeper understanding of what these theater masks mean and what it means to be a true thespian. So my two main points are going to be the two theater masks is how, my first main point is how they represent theater and what they, and what they mean. My second main point is that theater isn't just for girls or, you know, homosexuals or stuff like that. It's for everybody. It makes you feel comfortable. So, main point one is two theater masks. These theater masks have been, these theater masks, I'm so nervous, I'm sorry guys. These theater masks have been in theater for centuries. I mean, the Greeks used them as a way to show emotion. So, how many of you guys like read Oedipus and stuff like that? It's boring, right? Like Oedipus, it's really boring. And imagine just seeing those masks, using those, like, I couldn't imagine. But what they mean is, what is comedy, what is tragedy? The two main plays that they would use back then, because there weren't really a branch of genres, because they were just starting out. So these theater masks, they're known throughout the world. I mean, like how I asked you guys all know what the theater masks are. Some people associate them with Shakespeare. I mean, how many of you guys like Shakespeare? Nobody. Oh, you do? You're like, what I found Romeo, or to be or not to be, you know, stuff like that. But theater isn't always boring. I mean, do you guys know what SNL is? No. For those of you who don't know what SNL, it happens every Saturday night, well, almost every Saturday night. It's a bunch of comedians. They come together and they have fun. I don't know if you guys see this. This is like last year when Drake impersonated Cat Williams. How many of you guys have seen that?
I've seen it.
It's funny. You guys should watch it. Google it right
It
now.
is.
I'm like, no boo boo. Like, you know, it's really funny. You guys should watch it. So we all have some point of understanding of what theater is. On stage, talking, kind of like this, which is why I don't know why I'm so nervous. But maybe because like I don't have a script or something, but I'm really nervous, guys. Now that I gave you some backgrounds over the theater mask, I want to show you how it plays a role in a culture and how I represented that culture. Well, I consider myself a thespian because I've been in theater for 3 years, all of high school. I was theater president for my high school. I even do theater outside, like in community theater for my city school. For my city, I want to do it here, but I commute, so it's not possible. But I consider myself a thespian, and I was in soccer for my 2 first years at high school. I was your typical Mexican soccer player, you know. Yeah. So I liked it. Don't get me wrong. Soccer is a big part of me, but I didn't feel at home as I felt with theater. And theater has a thing where they don't judge you who you are. I mean, they took me in without knowing what I was capable of, or if I was good, or if I sucked, if I was shy. And and people in soccer, they judge you by your skill. They're like, oh, you suck, you're bad, bench him. In theater, you all have a point. You all have a role. There's makeup, there's video, there's set construction. Each person has some kind of role in theater. That's what I want to go. Like, it's diverse. Anybody could be part of the theater program. So now that I talked about the mask and showed you some kind of broad understanding of how diverse the theater is, like, I just want to keep an open mind in theater. Don't always think that it's plays and it's boring, because it really isn't. I mean, there's improv, it's fun. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. Oh well, I hope I made you guys have a little more deeper understanding of what theater is and how it represents.